the Long Island Hustlers. I am so excited to be here with this crew. They are a crazy crew. I'm so excited. And Keone, I gotta love your hat. It's amazing. So we have
Wait a minute. There's a story behind this hat. My best friend gave me this hat because, you know, he's a stylist out of Miami. Now he's doing big things in Los Angeles. And he takes time out of working on these big movies, Oscar nominated movies, by the way. And he came to see me for about a good week and he brought me this hat because I typically don't wear hats. And so, of course, when the bestie brings you a hat, and he's cheesing because he's on camera right now. You gotta wear it, right?
Awesome.
That is true.
How does he look in that hat?
He looks incredible.
Yeah.
John is easy for almost anything. He's an easy template.
Okay, I didn't know where you were going when you started with John is easy.
Interesting, yes.
Family show today, people.
Let's hear more. No, Vaughn, tell us.
No, listen, I mean, I've always been a curator of John's fashions from years ago even to the more recent years, and so he's just is pretty lucky to have me around, I will say.
Okay, ooh. We're getting the dirt today.
Oh my God, let's move on.
All right, before we move on though, Vaughn, can you introduce yourself to our lovely guests?
Hi, lovely guests. My name is Vaughn. I am a television and film costume designer by day and mystical god by night. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I'm a costume designer and fashion stylist. Those are the two things that I love dearly and are my livelihood.
Oh, I have so many questions for you, but let's meet Sean Richardson.
Hi, my name is Sean, also called Shonen. I'm a designer, photographer, creative director.
Shonen Studios. Nice. And we have an actress that will be joining us later. We're having a bit of technical difficulty. She's in a really bad area, but she's trying to work it out.
Yes, Lily from Alabama. We are missing you, Lily. Hopefully you will join us. I know you're so excited.
Now, we got a lot of wardrobes to get through. We've got a lot of women, a lot of men. Now, look, there's going to be a lot of men missing. I took out the 900 men that were wearing black suits as if it was a funeral. So I got tired of seeing the parades of black suits. So I took 90% of them out.
The men didn't bring it this year.
Well, we have some that kind of brought it, and the rest of them kind of looked like they were going to a funeral. So I agree with you, Shawnee.
There
were definitely some strong fear.
I feel like I'm coming in the air that I wanted them to come in.
So I love it. I noticed that. I noticed that right away. I love it. I love the color. Mm-hmm. I love the texture. Love it. Love the different. Hi. We have somebody saying hi from Australia.
Australia.
Nice.
I want to go to Australia.
Awesome. So you guys, let's dive into these ladies. The first person up is Leslie Peterson, right?
All right.
You guys can see this, right? You guys can see this? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, the beautiful yellow and fuchsia.
The stylist over there, Vaughn. What is she working on with this dress?
I like it.
I for one love the colors. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest fan of the silhouette, but I do think the colors and the flirtiness of the silhouette complement her.
What's she got on her feet?
The yellow top takes it away from me. She's got some sandals on.
I was going to say, I'm trying to make out what she's wearing on her feet.
Yeah, everybody. I noticed you two were looking down. We're going right to the feet there.
I mean, looks as if it's some
I think she's going for comfort. That's a no-no. We don't go for comfort on the red carpet.
No.
So for me, you guys, if she had like just gotten rid of the train and taken it in a little bit and showed off that shape a little bit more, it would have added to the young and flirty factor, but it still would have been appropriate for the carpet.
This train situation was very popular. A lot of people had these big trains this year. I guess they probably always do, but
it works when it works. It's one of those things where it's like you either do it and commit to it or you just don't.
So you don't like this because it's just like a whole bunch of extra fabric doing
I
nothing.
feel like it's too voluminous and not in the best way.
Mm.
I'm always a fan of color blocking. I love a color block, but I would agree with you. I don't feel like it fits her the best. And also this is like one of the few pops of color we saw on the runway.
That's
Like
very true.
Ooh, well, you're gonna see some more. And Lisette said, "I think the
You see
design looks
that?
cheap."
One of our guests
Okay,
said it
Lisette.
looks cheap.
Okay, Lisette.
Wow. Oh, what's
What
going
about
on
Alice
here?
Rochwatcher? Okay,
Who?
this
Who
is
is this?
Alice. I could never say her last name right. Alice Rochwatcher. I could never say her last name right. I butcher it every time.
Hmm.
I don't like what's going on here.
Yes, that's a
At
good
all.
description, Vaughn.
Okay,
I
hold
don't
on.
That's a
I
polite
don't
way
think
of saying.
Go ahead, Sean. Go
I
ahead,
don't
Sean.
I don't think everything needs to be like a cinched bodycon moment, even though we
I
like all
agree.
are used to it. I do feel like there are situations where you don't have to be like bodycon about it.
Mhm.
I just think the head to toe like the same type of texture kind of just makes it look a little cheap.
She looks like I need to put her on my Christmas tree. And Vaughn, I know you were taking it in, but it was that initial response that you made that me and
Okay,
You
so
said
let
it.
me.
You said
I
it. We
do
heard
feel
it.
like I have to explain the
You did.
and it
The
was
dress
because
is.
for one thing, it's a bit of a blurry photo, so I can't even really
Mhm.
appreciate the detail that I see the dress has. But from what I can see, to Sean's point, everything doesn't necessarily have to be cinched and bodycon and showing off the figure. There's a regal simplicity in just having a really simple shape, clean shape. And I feel like this dress could have had that moment. It very well it could. It's just that I can't clearly see it.
That's okay. You
So,
trust me. You
hmm.
don't want to. Trust me.
Oh,
You
Vaughn
don't
is
want
so
to.
sweet.
Well, he's trying to be sweet.
Don't
And here we have Allison Williams in a. I'm not a fashion house expertise, so I always say this wrong. Giamatti.
Oh
Jean
Lord.
Bautista Valley?
Oh, what is it, John?
No,
No, I want him
Say
to
that
try to pronounce it again.
no, because we have way too many to go through.
No, you got to say it again. We need to hear that one more
No, I am terrible with foreign names. Okay, I could say Chanel and Dior, and then after
time.
that, you lost me. I could say Versace and Gucci, and after that, you've lost me.
Giambattista.
Yes,
Jean
This
Bautista.
one, does this have the Swarovski crystals on it? Or you can't tell with this picture, but I know a lot of them had the crystals on.
Well, her detail is a little bit different because it's almost like a lace
In the middle?
brocade. Yeah, like in the bodice.
Oh, it was a
Okay.
lace. Okay.
What material is that, Sean?
It looked like it was some kind of like lace or some kind of
Yeah, it's embroidered lace, it looks like. It's not
Huh.
even lace. It's embroidered tulle. I'm looking at it
Oh,
close
okay.
up.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's really
Okay.
pretty, you guys.
yes, I love this dress. This is the one. I love the length of
really
it. I love the
pretty.
train. I love how it looks like on the arms, on her elbow, like it can come up
Mhm.
so it could go up over her shoulders. She can get a lot
Yeah.
of looks out of this dress. Lisette said
Yeah.
the dress looks heavy. Lisette, get out of here. No more comments. You're not allowed to comment for the rest of the day, Lisette. And then we have Anna de Armas in a Louis Vuitton. Louis
love
Vuitton.
John,
I love
can
it.
I just commend you really quickly for that detail you just noticed that I didn't even pick up? The pink chiffon detail on the back, or it may not be chiffon, but that pink beautiful detail in the train from her elbows down.
Oh, yeah.
It looks as if it's a jacket piece that could come up, but I feel as if it's constructed in a way to mimic
Just
that
look
jacket.
like that.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? Which is really, really cool and really modern. And then when you see her in the front, it's a full dress in that tulle with embroidered from her shoulder blade down.
That's
Beautiful.
what I
Moving
love.
on.
I also want to point out that the red carpet this year, they said
It's
this,
champagne color. Or something.
it isn't red. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's not red.
Nice. Yeah.
that I think that affects all of the looks.
Yes, because it affects this
Absolutely.
right here. This is a Louis Vuitton. Oh, I forgot I could say Louis Vuitton. See, look at
Oh,
that.
you can. That's so nice.
This is Anna
Yay.
Moss.
She played Marilyn Monroe, this one, right?
I'm screaming.
Yeah, and I think Stephanie, we got it again. A lot of these dresses are going to be long. I don't
What's
know
her
if
name?
Amazon.
Maren Moss?
No,
Anna de
Anna-
Armas. Anna de Armas.
Ah.
It's another one of those trains.
this is like old Hollywood.
let's see.
show.
It's not as it's actually more simplistic to me than it looks, and that's not saying it in a bad way.
Yeah, simplistic is never bad. Simplistic sometimes can actually be better than overstated.
Right. You don't have
And a lot of times,
Simplistic, but I don't think it was simplistic in its construct. Vaughn, you
Not
would
at all.
know.
I mean,
but-
and I agree with you. I think at first glance it reads simplistic in design, but the technique that it would take to make that train
what do you
detail,
call it at the bottom? Ruching, or what's going on at the
Is
bottom?
no-
I'm
nowhere
not
near
sure that it's
invasive.
ruching. Yeah, it's nowhere near basic.
No, that's not.
exactly.
It's not ruching. It looks like they've been like cut out or something somehow, like laser cut out somehow. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think I need to see a better detailed picture.
Yeah.
Well, it's all shimmer.
it's
like,
very shimmery.
yeah,
It's very
but
I
it's
don't
not crystals. It's,
yeah. The way that to make these come out clear was like to make a they wanted to do like this PowerPoint slide. I was like, I don't have the time to do that because it's a lot of dresses.
Yeah.
So we have Andrea Rosbrow. Okay. She's in this. I think this dress is fitting for her.
it definitely
Really?
fits her character and her personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
let's see.
Yeah,
But
she needed to get the memo that this carpet was not going to be red.
Dior.
It's so fun. I didn't get the description of the dress in there. I think it is, and I also, well, I don't know. Sean Yvonne, you tell me, or Stephanie, you can tell me too. I don't think the color of the dress complements her skin enough. Her skin tone.
I agree. I think, excuse me, I think it washes her out.
Yeah.
But then again, that blush tone
Mhm.
might be something that she's comfortable wearing. You just never know what people's personal preferences are in terms of color. And so, to your point, excuse me, to your point, Stephanie, she did not get the memo of the carpet.
Did you say comfort? We're talking about the guy that made me wear size 12 shoes, and I wear a 13 when we first started out 20 years ago, going down.
Beauty is pain.
Yes,
Right, you told me
I
beauty
love
is
that.
pain.
Beauty
You
is
said beauty is pain. The heck with to your comfort. That's what you said.
absolutely.
Unless you're one of my
Oh,
actors.
look who we got up next.
My
Yes.
favorite
Oh.
across the board.
Yes.
Moschino.
Is that what this is?
Best
Yes.
way.
Yes.
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 Is.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Mama did it.
Yeah.
Mama
I
did
mean,
it. She was so fabulous in this
yeah.
dress.
I agree.
Drop
Oh my
Dead
goodness.
Gorgeous. One of my favorite looks
Yeah.
the whole night.
Can
For sure.
I tell you guys how much this dress moves me?
Tell us.
Not just because of who's wearing it, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And just the sheer design factor and how modern it is of a design, how reimagining it is of something so classic as Hollywood glam.
Mhm.
It's just like the simple thing. This again, simplicity. This is simplicity at its finest,
Yeah.
hands down.
Hands down. Love it. Love the purple. Love
Yeah.
the color.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The
Look at
royal.
old Ashley Graham. She's in an Alberta Ferretti.
Huh?
She was charismatic the entire time she was on the carpet and everywhere. I'm like, she definitely, you could have seen some of these pictures that people that had certain attire, they wore the hell out of their attire and they acted as if they were wearing that specific attire.
That's
I
why
like
they're
this.
such good actors.
Every time I saw her, she was moving her arms where they're waving it back. She didn't just walk around in her dress. She showed
No,
off
it's
her dress.
it's a very dynamic look.
Ashley Graham's one of those people that can't do no wrong for me. Like, I haven't seen her in like a missed look yet.
Ever, right? Yeah. I agree. I think this is
Gotta
This is
love
a little bit different for her too, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like the tone of it is a little bit more mature, a little bit more risque. Even though she's no stranger to risque, but
that's sure.
it's a little bit more elevated in
And,
those two factors than we've seen her.
and Austin Butler
I'd
is
agree.
in a Saint Laurent dress. She's got like the rose petals shimmer encrusted on her waist, and then on her shoulder, there's one in the front and it extends to the back of her shoulder. I love a nice slit in the dress.
Oh, beautiful.
I don't know why I thought that was a watermark at first.
Rude.
I'm just, you know what? So I'm gonna move on. Then we have Ava. Ava was in a nice dress. So there's some of the dresses I like when people have a black dress or black suit, but there's something added to it. It's not just black. Even if the design is creative, I like having other elements added to it.
I'm
I
a
like
fan
this.
of
Nice,
this dress.
elegant.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this dress, and that's what she does really, really well. She does demure and elegant, but fresh in a really good way, and this is no stranger to that trend.
Yeah.
Here's a nice game for Sean and Vaughn. Some of the ones that when they pop up, I wonder if they can guess the design. They'll probably get almost all of them. You know,
No, I
No, I
don't
haven't
throw
been
me
paying
under the
attention here
bus.
lately.
Yeah, I've been way too busy to follow the fashions
Right.
and the
This
runways
is
this
simple.
season. So don't throw us under the bus like
This
that,
is
John.
simple
Not
and nice.
today.
No, Bailey Bass is in a Zach Posen dress.
So
Okay.
now this
like it.
reads that posing all the way, and this is
It
definitely
does.
that simple, but there's always some elevated element of the gown, and
Yeah.
that's that's a design, this aesthetic that I have to like stand.
Kudos to Zach Posen for elevating and coming into the modern.
Or
Mommy Dearest. This one reminds me of Mommy Dearest. Sorry.
okay,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this dress.
Oh, wire hangers! Sorry.
Oh, so Vaughn, you might not know it. Stephanie's a bit of a little. She's a little bit of a psycho.
Oh, here we go with the psycho again.
She might randomly yell things, so just be prepared for that. But
That was hilarious.
our dear friend Kate Blanchard in a Louis Vuitton.
Come on, you know it. You know she's being
Yeah.
a little child at some point. Sorry, Kate. but-
It's a great design, but it's a no for me.
It's a no for me too.
it's
You
way
think
too
Louis
bad.
Vuitton, you think sexy, like
Yeah, it's way too baggy, Sean, for me to be.
It is. I think it has exquisite drapery.
Oh my God.
However,
Between you and Lisette, I wouldn't have paid a dime for this creation, and you said exquisite drapery. I am done for the day.
but it is when you look at it
Yes.
from the design factor. It really is.
It does. I don't like the bagginess of the top, and I don't like a baggy top. Oh, let's look at Danny.
Yes.
Danny. So here's a nice now.
I
So
love the dress. Love the
somebody
dress.
who's not totally into fashion, guys, they might look at it and say, "Well, this is kind of plain. What's the big deal?" What do you say to that?
Well, I mean, once you look at the details in the top of the bodice, like, again, there is a train. I don't know. They've always had like a lot of like train heavy red carpets, right?
Yeah.
Or is that this one?
Well, it
I
kind of
mean, it's.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
no. I said it's kind of depends. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Last year it wasn't very trainy.
This
think
is amazing. This is beautiful. 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
I
It is
agree.
not
It's a full
to
package.
get a skirt to fall like that. It is not easy. I mean, people don't realize to get the shape of the skirt to fall like that.
And that's another thing I was thinking of when Sean was answering his question, because when you look at a dress, most people will never understand the geometry and the science behind
Mhm.
how and why it sits the way it does.
I'm
So
gonna
that in
go.
itself just
I'm gonna go
is
through some of these
crazy.
a little faster because we got a lot. We got a lot. But here's Diane Warren, pantsuit. I love the
It's
shoes.
Diane Warren. She can do no wrong.
Right. It's like you're just. I'm waiting for Stephanie. I'm like, Stephanie, you better not say anything.
I can read a room, all right?
I remember somebody had a beautiful dress on one of these we did, and you're like, It looks like she's wearing a trash bag, and Stephanie went and put on a
Oh,
trash
yes.
bag.
Oh
It's
my
Trash
God.
bag.
so big.
Oh,
I was like,
yes.
oh my God. Drew, I don't know.
Oh, I think she looks
This
lovely.
is very well. Okay, so you guys are gonna kill me.
Prom dress. No,
I
yes.
don't like the prom. Some of the dresses and suits that we get to. I don't like the prommy dresses that look like you're going to prom.
I agree. This
My
is
eye.
simplistic in a generic way.
But you know, when you go into the prom nowadays, it would be way shorter, above the knee, skin tight. That's prom today, but it does look promy. Yes, elegant prom.
Oh, Sean,
Beautiful
you're muted.
color.
Sean, you're muted. Sean, you're muted.
How did he get muted? You must have
Sorry.
muted him.
He hit the button.
Wasn't
He's
me.
probably saying something he wasn't supposed to say.
Oh.
Probably, possibly.
This-
But
this
back,
is-
back
so-
to your the comment about like everything looking promy. I, a lot of things look wedding-ish to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that too.
Oh,
It looks
Coming up,
like-
what he's got next? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's just this looks. And
Yeah.
again,
Yeah,
I'm not picking at it. These dresses cost a lot of money. People put work in it.
That
But
one
this
does
is
not
good.
have cost a lot of money. You can find that at Walmart. I'm
You'd be
sorry.
surprised, Stephanie.
But this looked like something that you would wear to a 5-star restaurant. Or something.
I'm a professional ballroom and Latin dancer, so I'm no. I've worn many $10,000 gown and up. I know these are more,
We'll
but
get off of that one. We have Erin Lim.
I love this.
This is beautiful.
This is gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the architecture of this is just beautiful. It's like,
I-
like
I-
a work of art, a
And
statuesque.
this
work
is
of
trained, but she doesn't look like she's going to nobody's wedding.
Right. That's it. It's white. It's a
Except
train.
your own, maybe.
Right.
That's true. Oh, look who it is.
That's
It's
cute.
Suzanne. Okay.
That's sassy.
Right. Thank you. I was looking for the word.
Who is this?
Group of sassy. This is Suzanne Palsy. Okay.
Personality.
I love it. I also love. We're gonna see some where there's people who are a little older and they dressed older, but then there was also people who are older that didn't dress older, but it looked good. It didn't look like they were trying to young it up, if you want to say, or I don't know, whatever terminology that you want to use.
I think this looks pretty funky. You can see who she is in it
Yes,
instantly.
I
character.
don't-
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
There's something I don't like about it, and I can't put my finger on it.
It's one of those things like there's a little something here. Something's bothering you.
Right. Right.
Is
What
it
is
like is she
bothering
wearing
you?
black stockings? Like what's going on underneath that? That's
Lisette says this is ugly on her. Lisette, I'm glad you're not on here. You're just going to be Simon Cowell of the show today. All right, and then we're going to start getting a little. We have Eva Longoria.
oh no, stop.
Eva Longoria.
Don't be better like this. I'm
What'd
sorry.
you say?
I'm putting my foot down. This was horrible.
What? What's horrible? You don't like this dress?
Not too much on this dress.
Listen,
Not too much on this dress.
Hold on. Let her. Let's see why she doesn't like it.
maybe you want to mute me.
No.
Um,
Listen, everybody that's watching, these are our opinions. It doesn't mean that we're right or wrong. So everybody's entitled to it. Go
I
ahead.
did not
Stephanie.
say she was terrible. The dress looks terrible on her. It might be a nice dress on somebody, but not on her. It's
Wow.
just not flattering, and it's just too much going on.
So I
Um,
It
disagree.
does make her look shorter for some reason.
She
I
does
think
look
the dress
shorter,
is
and I
beautiful.
don't need to see the cleavage there. But anyway,
Ah, that's your problem.
No,
There
that's
we
not
go. We found it. We
No.
found it.
this would be a nice dress if it brought
Mm-hmm.
her waist in and did not kind of fall on the floor, like had some shape at the bottom, but also had like a tapered waist. She has
You
a nice,
wanted it to be a little more form fitting. Is
I
that what you're
think
saying?
I think we're losing the
Going
point
back
here.
to
The
what I was
point of the
saying-
dress is the color. Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
I know, but we're not losing
Wait,
the
the
point.
point
It's
is
just that
what?
that's what you would like it to look like.
the color.
I just going back to, I think it doesn't have to be like, skin tight and body forming for it to be
No.
sexy. I feel like this is really sexy, and the fact
I
that
agree.
it's like fitting her like somewhat like a robe, and it's
Mhm.
beautiful to me.
This is
I agree with you, Sean, and I think that.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
No,
Sean.
no,
You
no,
were saying.
no.
No, please
lag.
continue.
for those who are watching, this is the beauty of fashion. You're going to get different representation, different eyes of people because we have talent and students watching. You're going to have different eyes. Like Sean is saying, this dress is amazing and perfect the way it is, and Stephanie's saying that she would like it to be a little more form fitting and less cleavage. I say the cleavage is fine, but I do my eyes would like it to be a little more form fitting. And Vaughn is saying, go ahead. What were you saying, Vaughn?
I was just saying that the dress is beautiful and it's beautiful on her. I just think it would stand out a lot better for everyone across the board if it was a different color.
Okay. So see, we all have something we like and kind of take away from that. That's pretty good. And here we have Fan Bingpin. Bing Bing.
This is
Bing
Mew
Bing.
Mew. Is this Mew Mew? I think this is Mew Mew.
Is it what?
I
Mew
think this
Mew.
is Mew Mew.
I think it is. It doesn't say, but so Sean, tell them why you're asking if it's that. What
Oh,
stands
I
out
just
about the
the
dress?
fashion nerd in me just wants to be able to pick it up without like knowing who's the designer.
Mhm.
And this seems similar to the most recent Mew Mew.
Is it John?
Doesn't say it on it. That's too
I don't
bad.
know. It doesn't say, so I didn't know if it was or not. I just thought it was nice and added a little variety to what we were looking at today because there was a lot of
And who is this?
yeah. This is Fan Bingping. She's an Asian.
Oh wow. I don't remember seeing her for a while.
Me either.
She has been a little absent. Let's
Let's
go on to
see.
Florence Pooh. So,
Beautiful
Stephanie,
dress.
I already know what you're going to say, Stephanie. I already know what you're going to say.
What do you think I'm going to say? Let's see if you're right.
Maybe I'm right. You're going to say it looks like she's wearing bed sheets.
I was going to say that she looks like she's wearing bed sheets.
I just feel like that's something you would say.
I have mixed emotions about this situation going on.
See, you said situation.
I actually like the outside part of it. I just think it looks like prostitute on the inside.
Wow. That
Now-
was a strong indictment.
Now, if
Yeah,
you just close it a little bit more, then
Then you lose the romanticism of the dress.
no, I like the leg and I like the romanticism. I just don't like the short black dress that barely covers
Under-
the you know what.
And I think they're actually shorts.
Oh, are they?
Wow, they might be.
That's
which
not-
which is making me hate this look. It's making me hate it all the way
If it's
together.
shorts, then yeah, we're just.
It's one of those things where just because like you don't like it doesn't mean you're saying it's awful. Like for instance, for me aesthetically, I don't like this dress. It doesn't mean that dress is awesome. A bunch of people are going to think it's amazing.
I can
I just-
appreciate, yeah.
I thought bed sheets when I saw it. That's why I thought you were going to say it.
I could definitely see the bed sheets. So if you're ever stuck in a pinch and you get invited
Oh
to
my
the
god! And you need to escape. Is that what you're saying?
I'm screaming. Oh,
oh, I didn't see this one. This one.
Yeah,
is
Holly
cool.
Bailey. Holly Bailey.
Oh,
Dolce and Gabbana.
I don't think I have ever seen a dress in this shade of like blue.
I love it.
But she came out with her little mermaid trailer. I feel like this is just perfect. She's another person that can do no wrong for me.
Yeah.
I agree.
100%. Definitely.
Holly Berry. We follow Holly Berry up with Holly Berry. Yes. So Stephanie, this is the dress that you were supposed to send me, not the dress you sent me from Vanity Fair.
Oh, yeah, that's good because this is better. But I thought she looked cute in the Vanity Fair one, I must say. So, hey.
Well,
I know
it got criticized a lot. But again, fashion is.
I know she did, but
What's the
I
word?
like that baby doll.
Relative.
Yeah. So I mean,
This is awesome.
sizzling. It was great.
Yeah.
She looks sexy.
Hung Chow. You know what? I'm going to leave this to the experts because I don't know why. I feel like, okay, like Sean said earlier, there's something that's bothering me about this, and I don't know exactly what it is.
Cut off the black train.
I think the nerd in me just likes this. The fashion nerd in me just likes this just because of
Mhm.
the silhouette of the dress. Again, it looks like it might be simple, but I mean, it doesn't look like, and again, I don't see much, but it doesn't look like there are like many like darts in this plate in the garment, and that's like really hard to like sculpt on somebody's body without darting the fabric. I don't know. I think the fashion nerd in me likes this
And that's why I
more.
left it to you because you've made clothes from scratch. I've never made anything from scratch, so you know the kind of work and detail it comes into making something. We have Janelle Monet. Does anybody know what dress this is? The maker of this dress?
I do not, but I know it's beautiful.
Vera Wang.
Very
Ah,
well.
wow, nice.
Love it. I love it to
Well,
death. I love the color.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
impartial because that's my favorite color.
Yeah, that color is just amazing on her. It's
Yeah.
Vaughn, talk about the importance of having colors that accentuate like your tone of your skin, you know.
Um, well, going back to what we said before about one of the actresses, I can't remember what her name was, but she had that lace
Yeah.
dress that completely matched her tone, and you
Yeah.
almost didn't see the design because it
Yeah.
was
It
so
was ghosty.
close to her flesh.
Hmm.
With Janelle Monet in this number, what she's done is taken this color of orange that stands outside of her skin tone, but in some way it could potentially blend in, but because of the black and the cutouts showing her skin, it instantly breaks everything up. So it's one of those ways that you can try to counteract being washed out
For
by
sure.
design and complementing colors.
Nice. Janet Yang is there. There was a large, of course, Asian American and Asian presence because um, everything and everywhere. I always say the name wrong, but I watched
Oh, I forgot about
Everything,
that.
everywhere, all at once.
yes, that movie was
Thank you, Stephanie.
It was great. It was a great. I mean, I don't
It
know if
was
you
a
guys
good
saw
movie.
it,
It was
but
a really, really good movie. I watched it. And I didn't even think
fashion
I didn't think
alone.
Oscars when I first watched it, but as
Oh,
I
I did.
as
I
Oscars,
did 100%. And I was surprised to actually see. I don't know the lead actress that won the Oscar for Best Actress.
Michelle
Um,
Yeoh.
yeah, I didn't realize that she was as old as she was. Very impressive because she carried that. I mean, she was like the main force of that movie. They were all fabulous, though. I mean, everybody in there was fabulous.
this is another dress that gets me. Like, are we going to the? And I may be wrong, but are we going to prom?
Who is this?
Definitely,
This is
definitely.
Kelly Carter.
Yeah,
I mean, she
this
looks great,
is
but yeah, it looks
So
like
that's
a
my
spring
niece,
wedding or something.
like a bridesmaid.
Yes, bridesmaid.
if
Another
my stylist put me in that, I would be firing them.
Carrie Codon
I like
is one of
this dress,
the
but it
second
also
yellow
looks
dress that we see.
weddingish.
We do have another train, but I likes it. I
I
definitely.
love a trench coat moment.
I was waiting. So this was one of the ones when I was getting the pictures. There were a couple. There were some that I was like, I gotta let Sean and Vaughn comment on this because I am not skilled eye enough to comment on what I'm actually seeing.
I think I want this in my closet.
It's
I
a
actually
trendy
think it
look.
would look good on you.
I think I might need this in my closet.
You
Yeah,
think so, huh?
Seriously.
yeah.
I don't know why, but I love this dress. This is Monica Barbaro.
Bless you.
It's okay.
See, look, hey, that's what I'm exactly. Now I'm excited, and Vaughn's like, it's okay, but it's okay.
I'm with Vaughn. I'm with Vaughn. It's okay.
Maybe I love her, and that's why I love the dress. Is that part of it?
Maybe.
Could be. I mean, I like the shape of the dress, but I'm not sure these two colors together are.
I thought you were going to say something about cleavage again.
No, I'm not. I mean,
Mas Perez, I think that could have been better.
I love a mermaid tail silhouette, and when it's executed, you
Right.
know, and it's like the mermaid and then like print
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
both together can be like really rough.
I
It
wanted
can
to.
also end very badly, but for
Mm,
this, it ended very well. I think
Yeah.
like the fabric, the graphic with the silhouette is super strong, and it adds to that sort of like simplistic silhouette that everyone always wears every award season for like the last 50, 60 years.
nice. Okay. Do not even ask me how to pronounce your last name. I butchered it every time I tried to say it before in the past, but her first name is Sheree. I like the dress. It fits her.
Like
It's
it.
very age appropriate.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought it was like her jacket.
Oh, well, that she was holding out.
Yeah, I want to
Yes.
see what it looks like down. It looks great. Yeah.
I
Love it.
wonder. I can't. I wish I had a picture of how it looks when she wasn't holding it up.
Yeah. Interesting. Very cool. Black
Oh,
and white always
I
works.
think I'm indifferent on that one.
Oh, this one. I saw this. Who is this? Who is this? Peony?
I don't know her name.
Oh. She was
I
sitting in
can't
the audience,
recall.
and the big headpiece that she was wearing, I was just wondering what actors were sitting behind her and were curious. You could just imagine, the egos in the room just going like, why is she blocking me? Because she just is, you
Is
can't
that all
see
one
the
piece?
picture. But it's a big head.
It looks like it.
It's
Looks
one
like it's a
piece
one piece.
because there's no connect. There, yeah, it's one piece.
Oh, you mean like the headpiece is connected to the
Yeah,
dress?
to the rest of the dress. I mean, I love the fashion.
No.
I love the dress.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I could just think about it. The person's sitting in front of you and you can't see anything.
I think I sent you a picture of her in the audience
But you
sitting.
know, my response to that is get closer seats. Then you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Do they have a choice where they sit though?
I have no
I
idea.
think
You
they're
gotta
seated in the
ask
special
them.
places.
Maybe-
Especially now when you got like, oh well, Will Smith can't come back on the committee in 2 years. Never mind. Go
Oh.
on.
Maybe they put her right in front of him. So
All right, y'all talk about what y'all just seen while I get the fellas ready. We're gonna look at some guys
Oh,
here.
that's gonna take 2 minutes.
And that's why I didn't do it first. I was like, I know that's gonna take
Here
2 minutes.
lately, we've been seeing a lot of
we're at least
Now remember, I cut out all the black,
go.
mostly all of the black suits.
a lovely blue.
He's definitely going to prom. So I cut
You
out.
know,
There were a million black suits that looked like this, and I just cut them all out.
yeah, I mean that's basically one thing I like strive in my design aesthetic. I've always hated that menswear is pretty much like born and streamlined. It's
Yeah.
just black suits. There's not much creativity. Like women can go and have this whole haute couture space,
Mhm.
and menswear is just slap on a suit, call it a day.
It's like when you go to a store, or whether it's an H&M or something, and you're like the whole store in the male section. Oh, it's in the corner over there.
Yeah, because there's not many like things that they're going to be creative about.
All right,
That's
so
what I
this
love when
is
I see these red carpets. But here lately, I mean, well, this specific one,
so this
the
is
guy,
this is Little Nas X. No, I'm just kidding. It's Alton Mason,
I
and
swear I thought that was I thought I believed you for a second.
he's in a Tom Ford suit. I like it.
Can't go
Yeah.
wrong
It's
with a
dope.
Tom Ford suit.
You said you can't go wrong with a Tom Ford suit.
That's
Can't go
right.
wrong with
So that
a
means
Tom
I need to
Ford
get
suit.
that's what everyone's saying. I need to get me one.
Sure, go for it.
See, this is different.
That's exactly the first word that came up to my head. Was different.
It is.
But different doesn't mean bad. Different means different.
No, it's different.
Are
It's
those leather pants?
very
They
Could be.
gothic.
they look too
Tight.
wavy to be well. I
That's
feel
what's
Yeah,
like
I
making me
can't.
think it's leather or some kind of vinyl material.
I wish I could like spread it to see.
what were you gonna say?
Right. No, I was just gonna say I can't really see like any of these pictures to comment on detail, but it looks like
You
it
don't
could
have to, you don't
be.
have to say that out loud.
Yeah,
Then.
because it looks like there's some kind of texture or some kind of design on the pants.
It is. It's a shimmer, like in my jacket.
I love your
Yeah.
jacket. Like, I am really loving that jacket, just by the way.
Well, this is another thing that Vaughn picked out. All my good stuff Vaughn picked out, besides the stuff I get in Threadbeats subscription.
Well, thank God.
Ryan Tyree Henry and a Dolce
I love
and
this.
Gabbana.
I like this.
Yeah.
Vaughn,
This is great.
This is a bit of that creativity that I like seeing, but again,
it's better than seeing the procession of
Too
funeral
simple for
suits
you guys.
that I would see.
Oh, a black suit. Perfect.
The Rock.
Ooh, is that like
in there?
or
No.
Okay, I never thought The Rock would be bringing the
I love
the smoke
I
to
don't
the
like
red
it.
carpet.
You said what, Vaughn?
I hate it.
You don't like this?
I hate the color. I hate that he wears everything skin tight. It's like, when are you going to try something different? Like, it's so close to his tone that
He's got to show off his money makers all the time.
Yes.
like, I get it. It's the season for pastels, but like, no.
Well, this is
For that matter, he could have taken the black pant and done like a deep gray or like a space gray or something with texture
That
and
would
like
be
really
cool.
play on that tone.
Yeah.
But the black is it's flat.
Well, it's
There's
almost
no
like,
reason that that's a 34 regular. There's no reason that should be a 34 suit.
well, you got
You
your
know what I mean?
jacket on. So, Vaughn, it's like what I was saying about the lady. The color of the jacket doesn't really complement the skin tone with the other lady. This
I
is
love this.
velvet.
I love this color.
Yeah,
This is a great tuxedo.
Is that Daniel Radcliffe?
that is Gabriel LaBelle, and he's not related to Patti LaBelle. If you're thinking that, everyone.
Okay. Thank you for that distinction.
Givenchy.
I like this. I like it.
Was that? Wait, say that again.
Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him, Sean. We don't have
Please
enough
say
time.
it again.
Oh, wait. Thank you, Annie, for the compliment. She said, hey, guys, been awesome, but I have to get ready for night shift. I'll pop back in a little bit in case you're still going. You guys rock. Oh, thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate the
Thank you a lot.
comments.
I love it. Thank you.
This is
Okay,
dope.
I have to say, this has always been looked at as it was tacky. I
Yes.
did this in school. I did this for prom. I love a sneaker and on a suit look. I love it. I cannot get enough of it.
I agree. We recently did this for Swagger in season 2 when all the boys went to prom, and we did a hefty amount of them with sneakers and really dope tuxedos that really shines for like youth like this. So I think this is pretty cool.
All right. I'm gonna let my son know that because he's gonna be very happy.
Yeah, so Stephanie, don't be so stupid. I used to get yelled at for having a suit jacket and like some Vans on. Like, I thought it was cool.
Love it. Love it.
Vans.
This is very cultural. I like it.
I was thinking Jordans, but Vans. Okay, to each his own.
Jordans is probably more like it.
For those
For sure, no
wondering,
Vans.
yeah, for those wondering, we're not commenting on every picture we're going through, and then certain things that pop out to us, we will.
All right, keep it moving.
Yeah, no comment. Okay.
I want John in this jacket.
Wait, John, you don't have. You want me in what?
This jacket.
Vaughn would stop being friends with me.
I
and
don't.
Our 20-year friendship
Wait.
would be over.
I don't think that's true. If you chose to wear it, I would welcome you wearing what you
Aw.
feel.
Oh, he's saying
Well,
that because we're
rated.
live streaming, and then I get a tongue lash.
No, I'm saying that because we welcome everyone being
Oh, come on, you
open
don't
and
do
honest with
shit.
what
Oh,
they how they express themselves.
You killed my joke.
I want you to tell the truth if we're
No, it was a joke, but we've already missed the punchline, Stephanie. Let's keep moving. I love the googly eyes on the bow tie. I'm sorry, that's the goofball in there.
Wait, was this the co-star in Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes, he was the.
Oh my God, such a good actor. I don't
He's
care.
also the guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my God, so amazing.
He's been in so
I don't
many-
mind a bit of camp.
You don't mind?
I don't mind a bit of camp, and I don't mind a bit of camp, like a bit of
Disruption.
disruption in my fashion, especially, you know, like I don't know if y'all know who's like Schiaparelli. It's like a really camp
Yeah.
tour brand, and the stuff they come down the runway with, it's very like surreal. So I love I love stuff like that.
Oh, look at that. Is this from the mermaid too? Or this was just
Stephanie, I really hate you.
I mean, it's a mermaid color. Sorry.
That's actually one of
Promoting
my
the mermaid during the whole show.
I don't know. So this is my feeling on colors like this. I don't want the whole suit to be that color. That's just me. I don't want the whole suit to be that color.
Maybe just the socks.
For me, well, it would be the top. I don't need the bottom to be like that. I'm very particular about my tops, and I'm very particular about my bottoms.
Hi, yo. Moving on.
Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, come on now.
It's so Lenny Kravitz, though, Vaughn, right?
Oh,
It's so Lenny Kravitz, and he's one of the men that can do no wrong for me.
Right.
It's very Lenny.
He's
I
very
agree
Lenny.
with you,
He's
Sean.
definitely. I feel like we've seen him in this like 50 times.
Right?
He just
But
changed.
it'll never get old. Yeah.
He just changed the color. He never gets old either.
Agreed.
Guys, when we don't have any comment that speaks for itself,
we're all like silent for a few of them.
I don't know what's
I'm
going on.
all about personality in clothes. That's
No.
part of the reasons why I do what I do. And so if you got it, show it. Some people are afraid to show their personality through clothes and they conform. I'm with a disruptor at all times.
I don't know if that's a disruptor or just I don't know what's going on personally in my head.
I feel
I
like
get
it's
what you're
from
saying.
that collection. I want to say it's like Dior, where they like purposely made the clothes look like they're halfway through its production phase.
Okay.
But like that's the point.
Dogman Outdoor Entertainment. Lily was supposed to be here, but she's in Alabama right now and she's having connection issues. She's been trying to get on for a while now, so we are missing Lily, and sorry for that. Those who came to see
Aw.
Lily, but she's having connection issues.
Lily,
Just
where's
hearing,
that spirit?
yeah, just hearing her on the phone, I know she is amazing. This gives me James Bond henchman,
Oh, yeah.
It's the
That's
pretty
gloves
cool.
too.
huh? Yeah, it gives me James Bond henchman.
Definitely.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Michael B. Jordan just going with the black suit.
But how does he look better than everybody else in it? He's wearing
I
the
know,
same thing.
seriously.
It's because he's wearing it very, very finely fitted to his physique.
And it doesn't look now it's fitting to his physique, but like Vaughn was pointing out with The Rock, it doesn't look like he took his little brother's jacket
Right.
Exactly.
and put it on. That's the difference.
Poor Dwayne.
Oh, don't poor Dwayne. He's the number one movie. Yeah, he'll be all right.
I'm
Those
sure he
poor
will.
sleeves. You meant those poor sleeves.
Oh my God.
That's true. That's true.
Now, help me out with this one, Vaughn, because I always look a fool when I wear oversized pants.
Oversized pants, oversized jacket, and not in a good way. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
It's made a comeback.
yeah.
I dig
so
this.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. It's like that's why it's like it's hard when you put your own, and that's why for everybody watching, I go to other people and I get ideas about fashion sense because sometimes you got to go outside of your own fashion sense, right? That's how when we're doing, when we're tutoring and giving classes and we're talking about styling and fashion and I have people go and pick up their wardrobe. A lot of guys will bring me the same 3 colors. They'll bring me 30 shirts, and they're all the same 3 colors and the same styles.
Uh-huh.
And it's like you got to get outside that box. There's nothing wrong with that, right, Vaughn?
I'm okay for
What's
that being
love?
within trend.
Mm-hmm.
I love this look.
I like this.
Yeah, this is one of what I
They're
was
wearing
saying.
gloves. I feel like a couple of people were wearing black gloves. Like, what's
With-
happening? A
With
murder?
Chris Love and Reese, I was saying if you're gonna do the black suit, like make it trendy. Do something with it. Don't just have the.
It's funny that you guys, because it seems as if this is getting a different reaction than the one that we just saw with the same silhouette of the pant leg. It just had the white jacket. I see these two in the same exact length.
I was just gonna say that it depends on how you're wearing it and who's wearing it. Maybe this is just a bad angle for the picture, but
it's just that this dinner jacket that's white, he's wearing his a little bit more oversized to compensate for the leg of his pants. Whereas with the two slides over, he's going for a full fitted silhouette with the same idea in the leg. So it's just about execution. Yeah. I personally love both of those looks,
and it's
including
also,
Questlove's.
Vaughn, could it also be how people's eyes or something are attracted to certain colors over other?
I think that's definitely a point. I also think that people are really consumed with what it is that they know as fashion, and so that most of the times hinders them seeing it as a piece of art or seeing it objectively, if that makes any sense.
Well, there were definitely a lot of pieces of art on this red carpet this year, for sure.
Indeed.
Right. We're nearing down to the end. We got about 15 left, and they're all the ones that come in pairs. People who were paired up on the, I keep wanting to say red carpet, but we know the red carpet was not red this year. But we have Alison Sandro and Barry Coogan. I can never say his name. There's so many people, I can't say their names right. I feel like all the new people have difficult to pronounce names. And back in the day, everyone's name was easy. Oh, there's John Wayne. Everyone was John and Tim and Brian.
These don't marry well. I don't know if that was their. I don't know.
I was wondering if that was supposed to be a match, but
they don't.
I don't know.
No,
they don't.
We could move on. That's not really worth commenting.
It moved. Yeah.
He's sticking us.
Again, I'm tired of the black suits, but.
Well, this is really original because it's just like a black tie and a black suit and with pants that are slightly too short.
I don't.
This is very.
It's the all white for me and the white. Oh. Well, Sean, you mentioned this earlier. The carpet and the surrounding background does play a big deal in a lot of these outfits.
That makes me think how much did red in the past like affect how we viewed the looks?
True. Very true. Very true.
Have you ever thought about that? Because that's what I'm thinking right now. I feel like, because I'm picturing a red carpet and a different color back wall, and some of these ones that I've been like,
a red carpet under their feet would really look cool. Or
it really would. I would agree with you. It would look really cool.
Too bad I don't have the production money.
It would pop more for sure. It would definitely pop more for sure. I just don't think it changes what I see, if that makes sense.
See, but the thing is with you and Sean, you guys have more intricate connection with this, whereas, I'm talking as like the everyday person, looking at it without the knowledge or the work into what you have. And like Stephanie's been ballroom dancing and she has seen everybody and everything. And
I think that I can appreciate, I can definitely appreciate the handmade details and the embroidering and all that stuff. I think what they were speaking to was the simplicity of those outfits. Like, they're not innovative.
I feel like the bigger the guy, the smaller the suit jacket.
It was,
Was that the trend for all the guys? The bigger I am, the smaller my jacket's going to be.
It says a lot about the guy.
Yeah, I feel like if he flexes, that button is going to just pop and hurt somebody.
It's a reminder not to eat too much that night.
Yeah. And Sean, I know you were snapping for her, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I know you were. And she is fitting in that dress. That dress is fitted down to her. I love it. Okay.
I'm not gonna be the one to be mean every time. I was so impressed with Jamie Lee Curtis, and I thought she was so cute with her husband. I was so happy that she did not wear a pantsuit.
Leave her alone about those pantsuits.
I'm just saying, like, it's okay to wear a pantsuit. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, this was, you can't see it here, but this was all those Swarovski crystals. I can't say Swarovski. I'm getting
Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Swarovski. Swarovski.
Swarovski. I still can't say it. You think I would know how to say that. But in any event, this must have taken so long to put together. I mean, I don't know. You guys probably could do it very quickly.
I know. I've watched Sean put something together that I think that's not going to take long. And when I've seen him sit down and put something together, I'm like, the amount of hours just watching him make a handbag was like, what in the world? And then people are annoyed at the price like that you charge for these things. And I'm like, do you know what goes into putting these things together?
Oh my God.
It's crazy. Yeah.
How many hours do you think it would take to make that dress, you guys?
I mean, I guess
not the dress, the crystals.
It doesn't. I mean, hand embroidering is always going to take time, and especially if it's all over the dress.
Oh, matchy, very cute.
So I'm looking at one person enjoying herself in her dress, and I'm looking at another person who's just standing there. Maybe she doesn't like taking pictures. She might not like taking pictures.
I don't know.
I think she photobombed the picture.
I think I like the gloomy one's dress out of everybody's, though.
Yeah.
The gloomy one.
The other one looks like there's seaweed splotches. It looks like that dress is supposed to be the ocean, and the green is seaweed. I'm just saying, that's what it looks like to me. I do like her dress.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Again, and this is not just the guys that were with people. All these black suits, I know I've said it like 50 times, was driving me insane.
It made me upset. It honestly made me upset. Because we're just now coming into like this thing with guys are being more experimental with their fashion on the runway, and then it just gets here and
then we revert back.
They phone it in.
I titled this one Second Seaweed Dress.
Second
description when I put it in there.
Maybe they're all in Little Mermaid. They're all going to come out of the sea.
They look like royalty in this picture.
They do.
They look like royalty.
Love it. Ooh, that's a color.
I like the jewel tone. I love the drapery.
Yeah.
He looks
They're
amazing.
both great. They're just not great together, I don't think.
Doesn't coordinate with each other.
No.
Looks like they were both going to two different functions. She wore this dress that you would wear around your house.
Yes, it looked like a duster.
Yeah. Well, coming up next is a boo-moo. So,
I thought you were serious for a second.
No,
this looks like that other dress without that maroon stuff on it, though. It looks like that same. Remember that maroon dress? That is the top is exactly the same cut.
Oh, it's the same kind of cut, which is.
So, do you guys think that the shoes should match? Because we were seeing a lot of great, not a lot, but like.
I did love from this Oscar. I think I've seen more ethnic backgrounds in this Oscars than I've seen in any of the Oscars in the history of the Oscars, and I think that was my biggest takeaway that I liked from it. I don't know why this was my last picture. I did not arrange it that way. I actually arranged.
Especially with that setup.
No, they look
really?
like they were going on a presidential inauguration tour. I love that that was the picture I wanted to end on, because I felt like I saw a lot more of that, which I loved. I watched the Oscars because I knew we were going to do this. I kind of watched it while playing Call of Duty because I was looking at the red carpet. And then once the Oscars started, I was like, because the Oscars usually just irritate me every year with people I think that should have won and they didn't win. And
I want to ask everybody, well, I'm sure not everybody watches like all of the Oscar nomination movies in its totality, but on percentage, how much of the Oscar nom movies would you say you guys watch on a yearly basis, like percentage wise?
It's slowed
Well,
down since COVID. Vaughn will tell you this. I was a movie holic, right? Vaughn, I would go to the movies
yeah.
every week, so I would see literally everything. But over the last couple of years, I know this year, out of the six or eight nominated for movie out of the year, I've seen four of them. I saw everything, everywhere, anywhere, or whatever. I saw that a lot when it first came out. I didn't know it would be nominated for an Oscar when I saw it. Of course, I've seen Black Panther. Um, and so I've seen some of them, but
Did you
I
see
only
All
saw half
Quiet
of
on
them.
the Western Front?
No, I did not. I didn't see a lot of the international movies that were up. I didn't see any of the documentaries. That's another thing that has slid down with me. I don't watch documentaries as much as I used to. It's kind of like I just watch a movie for entertainment and then get out. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I hear that. Yeah.
And it was funny because I was saying before we came on camera, when Angela Bassett was up, I was hoping it was going to be her first one, but I was like, if she doesn't win, it better be Jamie Lee Curtis, or I'm going to be even more pissed.
Yeah, I
Um,
had to go after that. I was hurt.
and then you look at the snubs. First when somebody gets snubbed, the first thing I look at is who won before I consider it a snub, right? Because if who won, I mean, like for instance, when Angela Bassett should have won, what's love got to do with it? I just knew they were going to give it to the piano because it's one of those Hollywood things. Oh, it's this long drawn out movie and boring, so let's give it to her.
Yeah.
Um, so I knew that wasn't going to happen. And you look at somebody like Meryl Streep, I think she has the record for like most snubs ever. She puts in an Oscar winning performance every time she steps on screen,
Yeah.
Yeah, every
so.
time.
But let's get this before we go on out. Let's kind of give from your backgrounds some tips when deciding for people who are watching that are trying to get out of their comfort zone with what they wear. What's some advice, Vaughn, that you can give with them to help them ease out of their comfort zone?
I think trying new colors, new shapes, new styles. That's always a way to kind of slowly break yourself outside of something that you're used to doing. Like I said a little bit earlier, just kind of shaking yourself outside of what you feel is comfortable. Trying things that feel a little um, off the grid for you. That's really how you start to shape your personal style once you begin to step outside of the norm. Colors, silhouettes, styles, yeah, those are all perfect ways of stepping into a new you, fashion related.
Shonen, as a designer and someone who has put together, a large amount of clothing and accessories, talk about why people should have an appreciation for what goes into designing, like the dresses we saw. We made fun of some dresses, we loved some dresses, all in good spirit, but why, even the ones we didn't like, why there should be an appreciation of what it being made.
Well, I mean, we touched on it earlier how like it's not like you press a button on a machine and it poops the garment out. And a lot of times, especially in these high fashion situations, they outsource to like third world countries, and have like child laborers, get paid pennies for your $1,000 dress. So like there is a general unappreciation for the work that goes into design, sewing, because we live in a society where you could buy something on Shein for $10 and have like a whole wardrobe of stuff when it gets there. We're like spoiled when it comes to that e-commerce side of fashion. So I think it's hecka important.
Well, I thank you both for being here, Sean and Vaughn, and and spending time with us. Vaughn, he's 3 hours behind, so he's still probably enjoying a little bit of sunlight left. It's 7:23 over there in California. Us over here on the East Coast, it's 10:23, and we're bogging down for today. Thank you for watching today and putting up with our nonsense. We'll do this again on another award show, and it's going to be bigger and better. I'll definitely have a way to have the pictures a little more clearer. But again, thank you all for joining us today on an episode of Long Island Hustler. Julia will be back sooner or later. She's touring right now.
Yeah.
So she's always on her.
She's doing in her show, she gets to sing Marilyn Monroe, Gwen Stefani, and Madonna, and she's got interesting costumes for all of those songs.
Yeah, all of those videos that I asked for that I don't have. Julia, if you're watching this, I love you still. And then, of course, we'll have Stephanie.
Forgot who we are.
And Chill Will is getting his own show. Cool stuff with Chilly Will. I can't say the other name. Thank you all for joining us. Catch Long Island Hustlers when it comes out again on Keone Productions. Catch the next Industry Talk if you're watching on any of the school streaming platforms. You guys have a great night. We'll see you in the future.
Bye, guys.